Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And one of the things I like about my job at North Carolina State University is I get to hang out with a lot of really good turf scientists and really great people. And one of them is Dr. Fred Yelverton, and internationally renowned turf weed scientist. Fred and I have traveled all over the world. We've taught seminars together. We've mentored graduate students together. We go back a long, long ways, not to Stone Age days, but we go back a long, long ways. And Fred's got an international reputation for his knowledge and expertise in weed management and turf. And Fred, just if you would spend a few minutes talk about what's up or what's hot and what's new in turf management here in the middle of summer.
Well, thank you, Rick. It's a real honor to be on Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. I look at it all the time, so thanks for having me. Weed management as we get into the summertime is going to be a big deal, obviously, for most of you in the U.S. and worldwide. I guess when we're talking about June, for those of you in the southern hemisphere, it'll be winter. But a lot of the weed problems we have in summer are dictated by the weather. For instance, if we have a wet summer, a lot of times we'll have more problems with, or not a lot of times, we will have more problems with sedges. Yellow nut sedge all over the U.S., purple nut sedge in the southern tier of states from North Carolina all the way over to California. The big one I want to alert people to, particularly in the Northeast, is Kyllinga, which is a sedge that's spreading very, very rapidly, and we first saw it as kind of a new population or a new problem. It's been in the U.S. for many, many years, a native of Asia, but since about 1995 it started spreading up from Florida, and now it's all the way up into New England. We predicted it would go into New England because we have it in the mountains of North Carolina, which is all cool season grasses, and is pretty cold up there. So very similar environment that you will find in a lot of areas in New England. So for those in the upper Midwest and New England, I would look for Kyllinga. It's a very small growing sedge with a little round seed head. We can control it in cool season grasses, but I would definitely be on the lookout for that. On the flip side of that, if we have a dry summer, we have certain weeds that come out. For instance, we'll have the more drought tolerant weeds like Bahia grass can be a problem. Some of the things like Dallas grass, which is spreading in the U.S., that can be a problem as well in dry summers. And also when we get dry, it's very difficult to control these weeds because we have to have an actively growing plant if we're going to get successful control. As a general rule, it's better to control weeds with post-emergence herbicides when they're small and actively growing. When they're stressed for whatever reason, you're just not going to get good results. So keep an eye on that. The weather will dictate a lot of our weed populations to look for, regardless of where you are. Wet summers will lead to certain weeds. Dry summers will lead to another set of weeds. But they have to be managed, and we can manage most weeds now in 2017.
Isn't it amazing how I magically appeared again next to Fred? But anyway, thanks a lot, Fred. It's something that I'm going to probably try doing more of in Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, is take advantage of the experts that I hang out with and have them give comments every now and then, because I'm running out of things to talk about. But anyway, hope that helps. Fred and I look forward to seeing some of you individuals at meetings and conferences, especially as we get into the fall. Hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Rick.